I would imagine that the temperature and the tight quarters and the schedule of filming, I know you said you did it like every 3 days, whatever, but that it was stressful for the actors, for you, for other people on set. How did you keep things going? How did you deal with the stress? Especially you're dealing with extreme cold, so that it was a very lifelike environment. How are you dealing with the stress of being on set?
Um, I deal with stress different than other people. I have because I had a history of being an assistant director, I had this thing that when everything gets really stressful, that I kind of get really calm, because if if I stress out, it's just going to start a panic a little bit more. Um, I kind of Jedi mind trick, like just go like, okay, it's gonna be like, try to breathe and like look at the situation. And a lot of times when if you everybody's stressed and you're in a stressful situation, but as a director, you want to try to emote calmness or control or confidence. So there could be a time where I'm maybe stressing out on the inside, but I want to always try to kind of emote confidence and coolness. And sometimes that doesn't always work. Sometimes, I've, walked off and said, I just need a second. I was also smoking cigarettes at the time. That always helped. I've since stopped, but who knows what happens on my next production. Um, but that's you're a leader, and when people look at you as a director, they don't want to. There's. I never wanted to look at a director who was screaming or let the pressure get to them. You want your crew to think that you have things in control. You're a captain of a ship, and if the captain panics, the whole crew panics. Or they just lose their confidence in you. And that goes for the cast too. I think the first day we didn't shoot for 8 hours because there was a problem with the set. And I went in, and the set was a car, but like we were like fixing snow boxes to the outsides of the windows, and it was a very low budget film, and everybody's working their hardest with a little bit of resources they had and a little bit of people they had, and I had to go into the actors and say like, look, I told you that if it's not right, I'm not going to kind of do it. So that's what we're doing right now. We walked in this morning, this wasn't right, and we have to fix it, because I don't want to put you guys in a freezer and it looks stupid, and I don't want to make you look stupid, and I don't want to make me look stupid. So we wait, and they were like, yeah, no, we get it, it's fine, But like I'm sure they appreciated me just, it's just, you have to kind of own the situations and try not to let the stress get to you, because it doesn't really help. Like if you freak out, you can stress out, but like if you let everybody know, it's not going to make everything better. It's not going to no one's going to go like, well, the director's really stressing out, let's work harder, let's get this done the right way. They want, everybody wants to follow like the Jean-Luc Picard who walks onto the deck and kind of knows exactly what to do and kind of asks his number one and number two, like, well, what do you think? What do you think? It's like, that's what you want, right? I mean, that's what every crew wants. They want a Jean-Luc Picard. So that would be my thing for directors, is always, when you walk into a set, you got to be Jean-Luc Picard. And I'm not even a Star Trek person.
Do you have anything that you do on set that's peculiar or superstitious, but it works for you every time, whether it's your own production or someone else's?
No, I do a thing sometimes, and I learned this from a crew that I was with on a TV show called Royal Pains, um, where you pick somebody who's always like the kind of not the angry person, but the person that the crew is always gonna pick on, like the UPM or somebody who's like always kind of is kind of in the position of being the bad guy, even though they're not a bad guy. And when they walk onto set saying it's their birthday and making everybody sing happy birthday, that's always a fun thing to just get people going. And then every time they walk on the set, you're like, hey, it's his birthday. You get everybody to sing happy birthday.
That's a good one.
But I don't think there's anything like peculiar. I sometimes like to play music, but I think a lot of people do that. I like to have fun with people. I like to make fun of people and like let people make fun of me. I like to kind of keep everything light. Unless something super serious is about to happen, then I'll try to get it quiet and keep it serious. No, I don't think there's anything super peculiar though that I do.
That's a great icebreaker. I don't know if that's what the term you would use, but if you know someone's going to sort of be the perceived bad person, to have fun and let someone see them in more of a human light.
Well, nothing makes anybody blush more than a group of people singing happy birthday at you, and there's really nowhere you can go, and like everyone kind of loves singing happy birthday, so it does like soften up the guy who's always like, or girl, woman who's always like, oh, here comes the person that's going to be like, what time are you going to be out? Like, when was your overtime? Like, what's this? It's one of those thankless jobs, and you're like, let's make them smile and let's all go, look, they're a person, they have birthdays.